Good evening, and welcome to Election Night in America 2024. On this historic night, Vice President Kamala Harris is running to be the next president of the United States versus Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida. It is now 7 p.m., and we have our first poll closings coming out of the states of Vermont, Virginia, Indiana, Kentucky, South Carolina, and Georgia. In Vermont, with 1% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner. In Indiana, with 3% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner. In Kentucky, with 2% in, Ron DeSantis, we can now project will win here. Along with South Carolina, he will do very well in the South. South Carolina definitely one of these states. But in Virginia, with 3% in, it is currently too early to call. Kamala Harris has a heavy lead. Also in Georgia, with 2% in, a very critical swing state. Georgia is too early to call. Ron DeSantis has a huge lead. And now looking at our electoral map, Ron DeSantis has 28 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 3. 29 are too close to call. It is now 7:30 p.m. and we have poll closings in Ohio, West Virginia, and North Carolina. In West Virginia, with 1% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner with 73% of the vote. And in Ohio, with 2% in, Kamala Harris has a narrow lead. And in North Carolina, with 4% in, Kamala Harris has a heavy lead. And on our new electoral map, Ron DeSantis has 32 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 3. 62 are too close to call. And it's now 8 p.m. and we have poll closings in Maine, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Delaware, D.C., Illinois, Missouri, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida. In Maine's 1st district, with 2% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner with a commanding lead. And Maine at-large's vote, with 4% in, will go to Kamala Harris, with 52.5% of the vote going to her. And in New Hampshire, with 3% in, very critical swing state, it is too early to call. Ron DeSantis has a lead of 10 percentage points. And in Connecticut, with 7% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner. And she is also in Massachusetts and Rhode Island and New Jersey. But in Pennsylvania, with 4% in, it is too early to call. Kamala Harris has a narrow lead. And in Maryland, with 2% in, Kamala Harris will win here. And in the president's home state, Delaware, with 5% in, she will win here with 53.1%. And in Washington, D.C., with 45% of the vote in, Kamala Harris will win here with 90% of the vote. And in Illinois, with 16% of the vote in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner. And in Missouri, with 1% in, Ron DeSantis will win. And in Oklahoma, we are now hitting that red wall with 2% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner. And in Tennessee, with 2% in, Ron DeSantis will win here. And in Alabama, with 6% in. And in Mississippi, with 8% in. And in Florida, his home state, with 9% in, it is too early to call. Ron DeSantis has a huge lead. And on our new electoral map, Kamala Harris has taken the lead with 77 electoral votes to Ron DeSantis' 75. 116 are too close to call. And we have a key race alert coming out of the state of Virginia. The state of Virginia will go to Kamala Harris with 95% of the vote in. It will go to her with 53.2%. And it is now 8:30 p.m. and we have a poll closing coming out of Arkansas. Here, Ron DeSantis will win with 63.5%. And we have another key race alert. It's now 7:58 p.m. coming out of the state of Ohio. And in Ohio, with 96% in, Ron DeSantis says Donald Trump, but Ron DeSantis is the projected winner with 57.2%. And on our new electoral map, Kamala Harris still has the lead with 90 electoral votes to Ron DeSantis' 78. 86 are too close to call. And it is now 9 p.m. and we have poll closings in New York, Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Nebraska, Kansas, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Texas, and Louisiana. In New York, with 15% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner. And in Michigan, with 7% in, it is too early to call. Very much a swing state. Ron DeSantis has a lead. Also in Wisconsin, with 5% in, Kamala Harris leads, but too early to call. And in Minnesota, Kamala Harris is the projected winner with 54.8%, a huge win for her. And in North Dakota with 3% in, Ron DeSantis is also the projected winner here, along with South Dakota and Wyoming with 1% in, and also Nebraska's 3rd district with 1% in, and in Nebraska's 1st district with 7% in, and also in Nebraska's at-large vote with 4% in. He will win here with 58%. And in Nebraska's 2nd district, very swingy district with 23% in. It is too early to call. Kamala Harris has a lead. And in Kansas with 6% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner. And in Colorado, Kamala Harris is the projected winner with 56.4%. And in New Mexico with 14% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner with 58.7%. And in Arizona with 12% in, it is too close to call. It is currently 50-50. And in Texas with 14% in, Kamala Harris has a lead. And in Louisiana with 11% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner with 58.9%. And we have a key race vote coming out of the state of Florida. The state of Florida will go to their governor, Ron DeSantis, by a wide margin, more than 10 points, more like 13 points. And on our new electoral map, Ron DeSantis has taken back the lead with 155 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 143. 133 are currently too close to call. It is now 10 p.m., and we have poll closings in Montana, Iowa, Utah, Nevada. In Utah with 2% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner with 57.5%. And in Montana with 4% in, Ron DeSantis will win. And in Iowa with 10% in, it is too close to call. Ron DeSantis has a narrow lead. And in Nevada with 6% in, it is too early to call, a swing state. Kamala Harris has a commanding lead. And now Ron DeSantis has 165 electoral votes. Kamala Harris has 143, and 145 are too close to call. And it is now 10 p.m., and we have poll closings in California, Hawaii, Idaho, Oregon, and Washington. In Idaho with 7% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner with 67.7%. Sorry, that's a picture of Trump. And in California with 3% in, Kamala Harris is the projected winner with 65.4%. And in Oregon with 2% in, she will win here, along with Washington. And in Hawaii with 17% in, she will win. And now Kamala Harris has taken back the lead with 221 electoral votes to Ron DeSantis' 169. 145 are too close to call. And we have key race votes coming out of Maine's 2nd district and New Hampshire. In New Hampshire with 100% in, we can now project that Ron DeSantis will narrowly pull out a win in the state of New Hampshire. Such a close state, and he will narrowly pull out a win by 2 percentage points. By 0.2 percentage points. And in Maine's 2nd district with 99% in, he will also win here. Sorry, those margins are off. We don't have enough information. There was a error in the voting process, and the margins are way off. And now Kamala Harris has 221 electoral votes to Ron DeSantis' 174. 140 are too close to call. And it is now 1 a.m. and we have poll closing in Alaska. In Alaska with 10% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner. And we have 2 key race votes in Texas and Iowa. In Texas with 98% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner by a win of 5 percentage points. And in Iowa with 91% in, Ron DeSantis will also win here. And now on our new electoral map, Kamala Harris has taken back the lead. Has kept her lead, but narrowly with 223 electoral votes to DeSantis' 221. 94 too close call. And we have key race loads coming out of Nevada and Arizona. In Nevada with 100% in, we can now project that Ron DeSantis will pull out a narrow win. And in Arizona with 98% in, Ron DeSantis is also the projected winner here, this time by a win of 0.2%. And now Ron DeSantis has 234 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 221. 77 are too close to call. And we have key race loads in Georgia and Nebraska 2nd. In Georgia, with 98% of the vote in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner, a very narrow win. And in Nebraska's 2nd district, Ron DeSantis will also win here with 50.2%. And now Ron DeSantis is close to 270. He has 251 to Kamala Harris's 227. 60 are too close to call. And we have key race loads in North Carolina and Michigan. in North Carolina with 98% of the vote in. Ron DeSantis' southern roots are really coming into play here. He will pull out a win by 5 percentage points. And in Michigan, he will also win here with 50.4%, a margin of 1%. So now Ron DeSantis has 282 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 227. Ron DeSantis has won the presidency of the United States. And now we have key race votes in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. In Pennsylvania, with 99% in, Ron DeSantis is the projected winner by a margin of 3 percentage points. And in Wisconsin, with 99% in, we can now project that the state will go to Ron DeSantis. He will win 53.8% here. And the president-elect of the United States is Ronald DeSantis, coming out of the state of Florida, the governor of Florida. He will win the popular vote by a wide margin, 10 percentage points, due to the fact that many Republicans came out to vote for him in heavily Republican states. So this is our final map. Ron DeSantis has won the presidency with 317 electoral votes to Kamala Harris's 221. So as you saw from the title, this was a subscriber-decided election night. Here are the results. Kamala Harris received 6 votes out of 29, and Ron DeSantis received 8 votes out of 29. DeSantis won 26.7% of the vote to Kamala Harris's. And Kamala Harris won 20.7%, and they went against each other. On the Republican side, Mitt Romney and someone else and Ted Cruz all came in second. I don't know, a bunch of people came in second, actually, never mind. And on the Democratic side, 13.8% of the vote, I think that's 4 votes, went to Pete Buttigieg. He came in close, and 3 votes went to AOC. Those were the top contenders, and then Roy Cooper got a few as well. So thank you all for watching this video. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you all later.